If you're getting ready to start Medicare, you know by now that it's confusing. And most people just have a very difficult time getting a handle on exactly what they need to do. It's a lot like doing your taxes, where you just don't really want to know, but you have to know exactly what needs to be done. So I'm going to go through right now, really, the 4 things that you need to do when you're starting Medicare. It's not that complicated when we break it down into 4 simple things to understand. So I'm Keith Armbrecht, founder of Medicare on Video, and I help people across the country make the right Medicare choices. I can absolutely help you as well. And I'm going to show you right now, really, just the 4 things that you need to do when you're going to start Medicare. So whether you're turning 65 or whether you're already past age 65 and still working, now you're going to retire and come into Medicare, really the same process. So step number 1, starting Medicare, is to start your Medicare Part B. So this is very important to do. In the old days, some of this started automatically, but now you have to initiate each piece of it. And I've made it easy for you to do that. You can do it pretty much online without too much trouble. And I created a URL. It's www.startpartb.com. Pretty easy to remember. And what it does, it takes you right to the page on Social Security's website where you start your Medicare Part B. So yes, it does run through Social Security is where you start your Medicare. Now your Medicare Part A will come along with your Medicare Part B. So when you're ready to start Medicare, first thing you need to do is check off that you are starting your Medicare Part B. Now you want to set it up a couple months ahead of time if you can. If you know you're going to start Medicare in June, then you want to do this in April or certainly May at the very latest. Do not wait till the last minute. Just makes things more complicated. So now we have Medicare Part B set to start on a specific day. It's going to be the first of a month. So whether it's June or July, whatever it may be, it's going to be the first of the month. So after we have our Medicare Part B set up to start, now we've got the big decision. Do we stay with original Medicare, which is Part A and Part B, or do we choose to go into a Medicare Advantage plan? This is really what throws people for a loop for the most part, is how convoluted it is to try and understand. All the TV commercials that you see, all the phone calls that you get, all the mail that you're going to get is primarily going to be for Medicare Advantage plans. They're trying to sell you into their plan. Now, if you watch any of my other videos, you certainly know I am no fan of Medicare Advantage. I would not choose Medicare Advantage myself. That's not to say that a whole lot of people do choose Medicare Advantage, but it's super important to understand exactly what it is and why you might want it, certainly why you wouldn't want it. And I have a video right here, if you want to take a look, that is why I would personally never choose Medicare Advantage. And it's a pretty easy choice in the way I think about things, so I want to remain in control. So the other option outside of Medicare Advantage is staying on original Medicare, Medicare A, Medicare B, which is what has been around forever. And it's fantastic coverage as long as we understand exactly how to use it. But I can about guarantee it's going to be much better than what you've had previously before you come into Medicare. So step 1, sign up for Part B. Step 2, figure out, do you want to stay on original Medicare or do you want a Medicare Advantage plan? And the choices there certainly get a little more convoluted. Original Medicare is a little easier because everything is standardized, so the plans that you choose from are identical. Medicare Advantage, different story. They're all completely different. So you're going to have people selling you that this is the best or that's the best, and it's really complicated to figure out exactly what you need to do. So once you have made that decision which route you're going to go, then you have to pick the plan. That's step number 3, pick your plan. So on a Medicare Advantage plan, again, you'll find stuff that ranges from 0 premium plans to plans that cost $40 or $50 a month. Some will be HMO plans, some will be PPO plans. It can absolutely be convoluted, and they kind of go by specific areas. So where you're located plays a big part into what kind of choices you're going to have. So that, if you're on the Medicare Advantage side, it's a little more complicated, and you got to really take with a grain of salt stuff you're being told. On original Medicare, you would likely choose a Medicare supplement plan that covers what Medicare A and B do not. So Medicare A and B are pretty good coverage, but they've got a deductible in A that's pretty big. They've got co-insurance in B. So you can have a Medicare supplement plan that covers most all of that. And then again, like I said before, with Medicare supplements, they're standardized. So you're going to be picking really either a Plan G or a Plan N. Really depends on your zip code what the best value is. And that's exactly what we do, is we find the best Medicare supplement plan in your zip code that just works best for you. So it's a much easier decision on whether G makes the most sense or N makes the most sense, because it's all really based on how much it costs. And when we find that in your zip code, we'll tell you exactly what I would do and what I would choose if I were you coming into Medicare at that time. So pretty simple in that scenario. And then the last thing that you're going to need, step number 4, is make sure you have the right Medicare drug plan. Now this gets a little more complicated because drug plans can be completely different and really based on medication that you currently take. Some may cover it, some may not cover it. Some may have it on tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3. And if you've had anything like that in your prior insurance, you know exactly what we're talking about. But with a Medicare Advantage plan, it's generally part of a Medicare Advantage plan. So you need to make sure that, just because your doctor might be in that Medicare Advantage plan that you like, that the drug plan in that Medicare Advantage plan also matches exactly what you need from a prescription standpoint as you go. So it makes it a little more complicated when you bundle it together, because you might have to make some compromise on one to get the other. So it's something you need to perfectly understand when you're signing up, because you're going to be locked into it for a year. So you need to understand that as well. Now, with original Medicare, a drug plan is a separate piece. So it doesn't have anything to do with the supplement, doesn't have anything to do with original A and B. You have a separate Medicare drug plan. And now Medicare drug plans, if you don't take complicated medications, can be very inexpensive, anywhere from $8 or $9 a month for the basic type plan. So, but again, it's based on your current medications. So we need to take your medications, put them into the drug plan finder, and then make sure that we get the right plan that's going to cover what you currently use best. And that's exactly what it is. So not so complicated when you boil it down. So step number 1, sign up for Part B. Step number 2, figure out, are you going to stay on original Medicare or go into a Medicare Advantage plan? Step 3, make a choice of plans on which route you've decided to go. And then number 4, make sure you have the right Medicare drug plan. So that's really about all it is. And that's what we do, is we walk you through all that, make sure it works perfectly for you. The best part about what we do, there's no cost to you to allow us to help you. So whichever insurance carrier we choose, then they pay me to become your service agent now and in the future. So not only will you have my help now, but you also have my help down the road. So I've helped thousands of people, and I'm certainly happy to help you. Hope you'll give us the opportunity. Either way, make sure you take advantage of all the information that I have on my website and download my book. If you haven't done that yet, it's a must-have, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Hope you found all that helpful. Stay tuned. I'll show you how to download my book. Have a great day. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Hope you found it very helpful. A couple of other things that you'll also find very helpful. Number 1, download a copy of my free book, Medicare Made Clear. I spent a lot of time and a lot of effort putting this together, and it has everything that you need for Medicare now and in the future, down the road. I have videos in the book. I have all the links that you need for things that you'll want to do within Medicare. You can access it right in the book. Very easy to do. Just visit MedicareOnVideo.com/free book. And you can download it for free. You can save it on your computer. You can save it on your iPad. It's a great resource to have, again, for now and in the future. Another thing that you'll find helpful is down the road, when you come into Medicare, sometimes it makes sense to do a price check on your Medicare supplement plan. So I made it very easy to do that as well. Just visit MedicarePriceCheck.com, put in your basic information, and we'll email you a quote on your same plan that you have right now, a G or an N or an F, whatever it may be, and likely we'll be able to save $20 to $60 a month in premium, because a lot of times plans come out with better rates. So if we can get a better rate for the same plan that we currently have, just makes a lot of sense. And then obviously take advantage of all the information on my website at MedicareOnVideo.com. I have everything that you need right there for understanding IRMA, understanding employer work coverage, everything that you need, especially in the guides and forms section, you'll find right there. So we update everything every year, so everything should be up to date and current with the right deductibles and premiums and things like that. Hope you found all this helpful. Have a fantastic day. Wait, don't go anywhere. There's a couple more videos right here that you'll find very helpful with your Medicare journey. So take just a minute, watch the videos. You can also subscribe to my channel by clicking this button, and that way you'll have access to all my videos for everything that you need for Medicare. Hope you find it helpful. Have a fantastic day.